Abusanfo yekuso chire wa aha Kespen television and yidi obaha. Not only do you hear a practical demonstration of Christian love, but rather should be a nema bebre wo ha ye na ye betimi nso aye ama asetremu akoyi ama ye ne nso yetimi aboa, because nipa hiamoa. And it takes human beings na Yankopon edemmoa no abrɛ wo mo. And you must have in order that you may be able to give and support. So when you come to Kesben program here, that's the demonstration that is going on. The bompa is a wow boa and yɛwura Kesben ne adwuma yɛfo Nyankopɔn bɛkɔ so ama ɔnsa no adwuma yɛyie when you been so at the aboa afoforo no. Nyankopɔn ka kyerɛ Abraham sɛ mehyira na wayɛ nhyira. Me bompa yɛ sɛ wo nso ɛbɛyɛ saa ama wo, that you'll be blessed and then you can be a blessing to others. Deɛ yɛgu so a yɛka mafa Daniel nsɛm no na me discuss some of these things. Nti mato deɛ yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ no din sɛ life is a continuum. Continuum comes from the word continue. So when we say life is a continuum, yenwie no na wate de mepe akyere ase. Life is a continuum. Wa wo hwɛ television abegu so. That's the word I'm talking about. Abrabo ye mo enwie. Let me not drink the soup while the fufu is being pounded. What is your philosophy of life? The next slide is asking you this question. Abrabo ye boy, who say? Now, that question we be say very, very, very important. Because no krese senia wusi hunu abrabo no sana wabrabo enso ebeye. Na se wubetimi aboa society. Senior Kesben Foundation boy, it depends on your understanding of what life is all about. Don't think we are doing philosophy here. But Obia was sending we see Huna Brabo. Mamenche a Bible Paul was talking, and people think and live their lives that way or say. Ye did Mama Yeni Dinayanum or China near wu. Maybe Sawa Wuti men say. Is that part of your philosophy of life? Mama yeni dinianum ya hakra ebinum kan adaka mu ohye. Mama yeni dinianum ochira na ewu. So Paul was arguing in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Osi se wufo nyane a ene mama yeni dinayanum na ochira na ewu. That is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 32. Is that how you are living your life? Now, some others in Tiasibia, you were Brabon, and no crowd a Christopher, a crown, a canacassia. So, I am a bob, I'm a jum with man, I made to but I knew why I was singing this song. Because me ho aha osro ni mi fie. Asasi ya wireho nireho osro ni mejefie sro ni mi fie. Then another one similar to Nina Presbyterian. Oh ni manfreni na me ye wo fam ha. Now the person will tell us say, even though this is Christian, even though a Christopher, a sorry for near two sound way, say, wa bra boy woo bonina ni say, as I see so the woo your ho, any man friendly, it will affect the way you lead your life. And a bedroom, I'm sorry, we need to change our theology because we are making it as appear, say, as I see so. Abrabo ehun here. So you meet somebody, or a good Christian, But na attitude nyinaa I had anamonsia me wu amanya, and that is good. A person would tear say asase so abrabɔ no nso ɛho hia. Na wosi ɛso na ɛyɛ wo fie na ha nso ɛyɛ wo fie. And you are not going to lead this life. We are going to use Bible, their proof. Said that's why I'm telling you that life is a continuum. It doesn't mean say we are not san. To say ya na ye to nyuma na ye ibinum to me wa na san me wa na san wa na sign. That's the whole message we are trying to tell you this morning. And I say nyina wurade asem so kan chiro. So don't get the impression we say we are ho any man friendly. Na asase so obo ho na Kristo som ne de all kwa asore ne kro ne banom ne ade nothing else is important. Eka na sorry all kro. That's good. But I want to tell you say sa attitude no enye complete. Emwa ewa abrabo mo. One yen kwa asore nso adwum we metato bia me ye me seminars. Me wu me de ka ja mo abusuafo e me yare amonhwe me. That is obinso a philosophy of life no. A dependency syndrome. Any entitlement mentality. A busuafo na esi ehwe no. Mabusua de ka jame. Abusua anhwe me. Menya obi ma no boa me a. All these kinds of attitudes bia wo bia be affect abrabo a wotimu ne se ne obesi abo abrabo. Enti hwe ni ye. The way you think, if you think that life is such that before you lead your life that way and it will reflect. Timanya wadwene da. Sasa so abrabo no de ehun hia wo ye oho ne manfre ni na aye wo fom ha nti wo pere na wakọ. Enwum bia yetoto no sa na ya tie mu nsem na check say whether they are really telling us and someone hear the complete truth. And I don't pay me person me no share abrabo the way I share abrabo miensa 3 philosophies of life. Now person me no adwene ho 3 philosophies of life. Send ye binom si hunu abrabo. Number 1, life is a stage. And then we act. Minim say we play that. One can play pa no omo ya edruba bia na the curtains no the curtains close. Ti one be act 1 play stage 1 act 1. They go off. No omo ko. So the person has come here playing a part. Or that is what the world as a stage, that philosophy, sana. Enti me enokra adwumbe na ya na yeto a ekase ye wodwumbe a ye nkrofo to we say ankwa no me ye de metimi bia memre so ana mekọ. So those who live life as an act of play, they think that they will play their part and live. And live. That's all. Mfoni ba ko anansi ebesa yi achro ne say life can be viewed as a relay race. Relay race any day. One ya America bi no aye tu a nipa 9 ene tu omo team ba ko mu. To omo tu ni kiki ko ba ko frase a odu ba bia na aba kura na yefre ne baton na ode ama ofoforo na ofoforo nso ato aso na onu so atu kiki anti enye nipa ba ko no na wo dinkunim eye team no ene tumrika no ewie anti eno so ye abrabo. How do you see life? Is it an act of a play, you come and play your part and go, or is it a relay race in which you are one of the runners and you must definitely play your part, run your part well, and hand over the baton? How you hand over the baton is critical. And so, and I say, the third one, my team said, life is a continuum. if life is a continuum, then what I'm saying is that you are never out of the play or race na yet to know. What wo yo Americano a bus as so best start you know. What can one, and I will show you this morning that even when you are dead, you still have influence on this life. Not as Osama, but who will influence our assassin. So enti abrabona you're born say ya. You better be careful about the you're passing on to you, the way I will play with part, and the way we influence the next generation. Because life is a continuum. Nobody comes and play their part and then just go and none one where you need no the baby. And I say team no winning and I say lose so I know the baby atena. This morning I want you to understand that life is a continuum. Videos bi o ha me say MCR for no betimi a show sa na me ya me kan the way it is na ye ama wate the me kan no asepa yi ma aha mo hwe okay we ye akwa no dey say Jamaica. That's right. Now we ye relay nti hwe wa we hear television you know, you can see this is life as a relay. Good. And yeah, you see the way they have changed the baton. Very, very critical. One the way away so airco is gaining more. Aha, the baton has been changed well. A changing baton. I'm saying when the America pa making gains. Finally, it was in both. And see the way I walked Nipacrono within the oh, so that is when winning. And you are no winning, ni team no, and a winning life as a relay race. And you can see by more making record okra because they were doing well. Omu change baton ye, omu start here now here some Crawford on him. And we say baton free top pair, the team has lost. And that's where they are celebrating life as a relay race. The other ones na me kan no say waba play no so waba be ye with dia na woko minim so betimi de no ba ko bi atoso ama aha on say omo try to solve a puzzle, but everybody has a part to play in solving the puzzle. Nti sadene be hihye yi a ejina sene obia boa ama yede ade na akoye say one e play a relay no, they are all part of it. Yen hwe se mbetime de na say third one also ato so ama then we'll go on. Aha bebre adwene yes abrabo say ya na tie on say starting with that's life is a stage, you know, and that television so no oh wow we are scientific no one ade bi na edi kan pa wo benkum. That is the DNA. That is DNA which is passed on to akorano or riano. Somebody has passed the DNA onto somebody. And then the pakrono eya kwada wo nyini kakra afi obedru baabi no na wabakwakra. So he passes on, and you think that we. And this morning I want to show you that life is not that simple. Say wo na fe wo wia no aba be ya kwara na wona mu aba ya brantie na fe wa ye den akwakra poso kra fe du aba na wo ya yes akwada, then you pass on and then you have finished your race. Life is a continuum. Eda ma say afi ye ntoa you know so. Now you hear the edi kana me kana and only the bass is here that all the world is a stage. A history and a kai no na abeto so no. Or say ni play back when your friend ask you like it. Or can I say all the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. Usha you know so abehu. Or say start your infancy and only this you know too so no. Then you become a child, you become a boy or a girl, then you go into adulthood, then middle age, then old age, and then extreme old age. And my friend has said, second childhood, extreme old age. You are almost like, because somebody has to take care of you. What is the message? The world is a stage on which all of us stand to play a part. Therefore, we have a purpose to fulfill and a role in the great stage. This is when ye pa. My no the next slide, Mr. The world as a stage, a can concept. And then I'm a tone a muhobina. Ankwa anume me ye de metumi bia se memre so a na me ko. That is the world is a stage concept. Me ye de metumi bia memre so a na me ko. That's why some people may even take their own lives. Because of it say wo ye de ben okum ne ho na niema e de dodo. Into ofiri ho and ofiri ho a wa solve no on the problem so far as he or she is concerned. Enya no kure. The weakness of this concept is that how are you affecting the other players, past, present, and future? When you think that abrabo ye wunkwa na wo body wo betimi and wo be wunu agya akire who are not son, who are not sign. Because obi a contribute to wo into a someone who say Abraba won't born, send a won't born on a won't so contribute to send to the next generation that is coming after you. Because the way I will be lead your life for Abrabo, you are going to affect the future. Somebody affected you, so the past affected you, and you are going to affect the future. I'm not talking today about Atemuda or Sro ne heaven, but I'm talking about just life as it is. The second one, the video number 2, no, you share and I can't want them crowded. Barbara and Shada enka fa in race no, but we kase uko Hebrew for ngoma a trade do me no ba kwa wa say e dan bi na ye si dan to be enhwe ye senia osi edan no so it's a teamwork na ade ba kwa ni ka wo sa passage no ho ne say mama men kan de awura ne kan ni timu ba ne fa kakra bo se senia wosi si eto fa pem no so no eniama wo de eniama pa eto fa pem no so a 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I want to read that part, just small part, at the akao, so that Abraba Wobono don't think that you are just a passing through. This world is not my home. I'm just a passing. You are not just a passing through. Tienia Paul eka echireye Osei enti 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 10. Osei obia adwuma ebedadi na dano beyi na di yo mame nko to say nanso se obi di sika kokko dwete abohene enua esre ebrodua eto fapem yi so a obia adwuma bedadi na dano beyi na di efise ojamu na ebedadi na sede obia adwuma etie no ogya no beso ahwe se obi adwuma wato asi egina obenya katua na so obi adwuma hye a obehwere ade ono ade obegye no nkwa nanso etise de wonam ejemu. So those of us who are Christians, I feel say I'm saved, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, I'm saved. That's why we should read James Nehemiah or church. Paul is saying that whatever you are doing will be tested with fire. Some are building with what? Gold, good foundation. Yes, abayan. Ebinumu are building on with gold. Ebinumu yadi on beti me. Ebinumu si di vira broadria na eguso. Enti upa jaso mwa womb. That is life. Sena wusi bo wa brabo. What the Diana air building on what the ebinim di kind a year yes so that afofra ba they will also see once their ubaba toye at the toaso. So life is not just a question of me de meeting me wu anameko na ebinim so trase wi nsan ya me de ben me wu di kai jamu abusanfo emi are amonhwe me. You have a responsibility. And that is what the word of God is telling us. Even those of us who know, say, Yesu Christo Ediano, don't just sit in the church. Now, no, Papa be preaching them. They will say, sorry, it means nothing. What it really means is, what are you doing outside you have gone out of the church? I saw the then we go out and drive around and do work. The world as a relay race. Life as a relay race, for me, is a higher concept than life as an individual race. Life as a relay race is a higher concept than life as an individual race. In a relay, it is the team that wins, not an individual. Bolt was a one and owie and one in animal and a miensa canon and a winning and no uncle. 200 meters dash, 100 meters dash doesn't so much reflect life as a relay race. Because relay race there. Do a crana there or run it first and one yard the papa. But the autosomy and one the autosomy and son will make up for Bacono dia went to me onion. Then can time only a yard part in the church, and you can see the way boat as a one now OTT a moon when he was doing the last lap. So that is what life is. When an individual performs badly during his lap, another team member may make up for the loss, and the team still wins. Titra bia busiamu no bia ba na wa yire no ho. Somebody gets up and says no, and then the team wins. Or the animonyama babusianumu. Then yama one more here and near the idea here don't know na tumpan or it comes to an end because it's part of a team. Or mama board a busianfon do yen kasa and yana and a busianfon a san but he realizes that you're part of the team. And 1,000 can challenge that men foul be me yet you made me yana me come baby. No, that is what life is. And I say that the team in a relay is a better picture even than a football team. For in a relay, the individual performance is as important as the team. But the individual never wins alone. Even our this team idea, it doesn't work. And they are fighting. And therefore, the people are almost benefiting from one union. They end up suffering. Because they don't see life as meme yire me ho na wensu yire no ho a ebabua ma yetimi ayede be akoye nim. They see life as competition. Time bia me even our mu ye compete because I'm running my own race. He is also running his own race, and therefore wetimi win a fine men fa ho. Mismiti win a fine men fa no ho. No. Life is not a competition. It is a teamwork. Even in governance, one of the reasons Ghana we are suffering is this kind of competition. Our politicians, NDC, MPP, who come in Umanua, we be judgment there to do Ghana ye cheer because team baako buy no. I say one team baako and now no any team baako buy no say. Project baako team baako no start no ono won hwe na won wie even though the constitution says he must no ajaye guha. So that is how a nation suffers when even those in governance no enhunu wɔn ho sɛ ɔbaa no sɛ wanyɛ ne yie koraa me nso me ba na maba abɛtoa so ama yɛtumi ama Ghana winning, not NDC winning or MPP winning. That is why one major reason why we are suffering. Life as a relay, a dear co yenim, a chain life as an individual, life as a competition. Senia yehunu senia yeyen. Then this concept of life is a continuum. And I think that seeing life as a continuum, no, chain life as a relay race. Continuum, no, said the medical can it comes from the English word continue. Continue, chese ye toaso. Enti abraba ye bon, abraba toaso enyaida. Wo abraba wuti ho samri ya wo bon enyai. Let me show you what it is. Continuum, the dictionary defining it say, a continuum is something that keeps on going, changing slowly over time, like the continuum of the 4 seasons. Changing slowly over time. Obibedi 70 years, slowly, but somebody takes over after 70. Obibedi 80. By the time all the 80 no so active, but they are all year within 80 no affecting 1 year urban. So life is a continuum. A whole that into here other ways as now my continuum no. I see the perpetuity twaso. And I've said as you read, life is represented more as a continuum than as a stage in a play, or as a relay race, because the influence of one's life never ceases. Please note this fact this morning. Your influence, once a wabasa so will influence whether it's good or it is bad. Somebody may come and help to pull down the bad effects of what your influence, but your influence has been there. And nyasa adwene no na braba a wobo no wetime aboni ye maka mercy subio, you are never out of the play or race. That's the next slide. And one American, you are part of a continuous whole, and your influence will always be felt, whether dead or alive. Actually, the next slide na medru so. In the continuum, you are part of the 3 tenses of life: the past, the present, and the future. Senia, asuso, eya na etwam na fe na ede ope aba na epe na sesa na ade abrochirenum, the fall kakrakra, it enters into the winter. Then winter no na enter into the spring. Then the spring enters into the summer. That is what life as a continuum means. So when Safo comes on stage, is oba brabo, but enema a din and nimno influence in the life. Onuso oba onuso influence. Hasai na wo si influence 1 year. Woni ho a wo mo beto aso. Very, very, very important. Now, when you say, no say, Abraba me boy, and yet the Minqua me dear, and na mamma boa brabono, and yet Minqua me cast and the metimi a year in Quentin and mamma boa brabono. That is where the continuum concept comes in. Sometimes it goes beyond Wuno Abusiakra, just like the Casper Foundation is doing, so that life is beyond me. Life came before me and has been passed on to me. Even though it is a baton, I must change it and give it to somebody. But I must realize, he said, it will not end with me. And I will continue to influence destinies. This understanding should drastically change how we live, because you never cease to influence destinies. That's the last year about Beguso. You never cease to influence destinies. We a teacher ni na wa anyere wo ho ankyere ade a wo ya. You never cease to influence destinies because kwara esenka wo move omo so to another level. Do you know? Some kwara wo che omo ade ni bi na betimi aba be medical doctors. Na daachi bi se wo yare a wakwa akohia ma omo ahwe ya. Not simply because wo ni no obehwe wo yie, but somebody taught somebody. And somebody helps somebody to move on. And somebody is doing well because somebody helps somebody to move on. Abusafo, sa concept here ye di ho komo ene very, very important. The amma kofa sa nkomo we nyina ye die nyina ene said the last me kan na Yakobon asema o ka kire Daniel and the life that Daniel led. Daniel was so concerned about enema ekoso ne said the dachi ne man ebekoso, and so he struggled with God, and Yakobon eyi enema bebre adi kire no, but Daniel ntenema sinwie a kire no awurade asema odi gya no se na wo Daniel de kodura wie na wakọ home na wasọre akonya o chefa ene edi a kire no mo ye hwe Daniel brabo kakra bi. He lived in a world of turmoil. Abraba no obonemu odene oya kwa ne ebefa o mu firi o mu krom ko Babylon. But okodru Babylon pe no ne namfo no nan said the last week me kan yeah wo mo adwene se ohene no penkrofa ma wo mo asom ahemfie. They want it, and to almost esonson wo mo etwe wo mo ho firi ne ma mfate nyina ho ye be ya wo mo interview no no mo nim nyansa chen obia. So they were employed by the king, and because they were there, they influenced a lot of things. They influence a lot of things. Na fa wo mo ama ho. I want to challenge you and ma mo wa abrochire. Tie. Yenim no kre ukwa abrochire a situation ye chance wa. But ma enye wo say all that you are concerned is your comfort and everything there. The Daniel story tells us about someone you didn't acquire as a slave, and yet Obabrabo Hosa got a lot of influence. Yakobon asema o ka kire no asemu a emu oduro pa. O say, as for you, go your way until the end. You will rest. Obe home. We will die. You will rest. And then at the end of the days, you will rise again. To do what? To receive the inheritance set aside for you. Santifobu baby said, that is the continuum we are talking about. Why was why you are children what your way basa poto bina would your woko? But the consequences of what you have done, even in the past, will be ahead of you. Daniel really influenced Enema Bebre. Nti me kase. Yene ye Christopher no. Emraso. Say ye huna brabo sa asasi so abrabo aye bona ye very important. Ye matter is for ye to adwom. A child to keep have God to grow, and never dying so to save and fit it for the skies. Yes. But you are not only fitting it for the skies, you are also influencing life here. So your salvation is not just simply because you have taken faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, and you are leading your life as a holy person and so on to go to heaven. And yet, Nyama bebre wo ho antina James ibisa se wo nua bi ho akire no oba bi ho se wo ho nya ohye ko. If this practical mentality is not here with us, sa asasi so de ye no ehia Nyankopon pa. will make a whole mistake and think that life is all about dying and going to heaven or going to hell. Daniel, no one said Yankopon Kanaho, but he was seriously concerned. No one said, oh, Abrabobi mua, and Yamamua dinner. Then so, or you know, who can call Barbara? What you say? Emran or Babylonian Empire was the most powerful nation in the world. Under Nebuchadnezzar, he was in a very big position to influence a nearma a foul one man. Nebuchadnezzar and any band free so Persia for no be di almost on. That's where another time there been Daniel influence he was honest, he had integrity, he was working well. Or he no so the senior men so when him send Nehemiah, Esther, and no more buy Umberto first one near the adina. Those were the times none of him Daniel what big influence ever. It be someone more abruchary. There been opportunities when you're how are you thinking about Ghana? Sometimes move or the mamma your crown and what ever had the bit me across ye. But you have a home. This is where God brought you. And he must be a Daniel, influencing positively. And Yama a bekoso. Abusan for there are some no baby. There may be someone say the past, the present, and the future. How have you been influenced by the past? Those that did run before you. When you do when send no more influence. Upo wumpo papa bi ne maami bi edu omo DNA amount. Upo wumpo, that's a fact of life. Womo so obi de ma womo. When you want to trace it, you see that Nyankopon nam nipa ba akoso sa no ya na ye passing it on but DNA near the mawia, that is nature. You must be nurtured. That's where the whole issue is. Your nature. Wow. Until the bitterness be a show mu. Series where ya start here, make Jephthah no more wasem ya no. And yet he came and made a contribution. David saw no more how and yet he persevered and he came and made a contribution. Until nyanya ya passing no and ya passing no say yo say yo, you have a role to play. Na no ena erade wo yire ho na ya wodie yi a. Nti me ka say anyone who does not tie the Prof na American consciously and positively contribute to the raising of the next generation is failing God and man. Tie bio, anyone who does not consciously and positively contribute to the raising of the next generation is failing God and man. The team is failing because of him or her. Send yesi eja Ghana. Me generation. How are we living the next generation? How are we influencing it? Once we were more frase we are juma, we were setting we are hine. How are you influencing sa generation now who ni wa urban? How are you building the building blocks? Any generation that has done well must stand on the shoulders of the previous generation. And they don't even make their shoulders available. The next generation so the generations that come can be because all man who so ejina na one eba na ejina na beti so no mo atimi ahunu akiri. Because they don't see life as a continuum. They see it as just playing their part and going away. Mr. Ofalas, you wait to so because na me chere genetics or university or na abohun the genetic principle. Your phenotype results from genotype and phenotype. And the environment, genotype and the environment. That phenotype. Phenotype is equal to genotype plus environment. Who you are is because of your nature and your nurture. Na nature no, any asem no, ya ma DNA, wo maame no papa de ama. But send the AC show, na send the society no so boa. Near show more. Nya wo maame no papa nkwa what's our responsibility no. Obia we are adult to be a. Look at the kinds of people, the report that is coming to Kesman Foundation. It's a society not failing to raise 1 year a bit me out to us. And now no pay me person would tis idea yes. Now who's a braba wobon and ya won't quad the obedient the obed and quantin a woba brabon. Yame the wabas as so to be part of a continuous system. And you have a contribution to make. Na se wan nyire wo ho a wo affect won a eba beba na bia na wo mo a de baton na ma wo no mo amfa ma wo yie. No, you must still work hard. Na wo yire wo ho na wo ye na so make contribution wo time here eba boa ama the next Africa ene ye bre simply because one year di anim no one year wo mo in positions no one year wo abusua mu no. One more thing, say, bravo, just a competition. They must win against somebody else. No. Life is more than a competition. Life is what? Making a contribution. Life may not have been well with you, but preset. So that you can make a contribution. Na nkwara no so hwe de wo ye ya wo mo adase ne asantifo ne ka se samampa ene yetuni din so that you are about to pass on, but you are not going away because your genes are left behind. Sabi se wa anwo kura wunuanom genes bi ne abusia genes bi so e de be ewo mu, so you have a responsibility se wo behwe wo mo so e kan ho anase wo mo ba no. Don't live this life. My conclusion, with this concept, I shall pass through this world but once. It's not completely true. This one, that's what I'm telling you. I shall pass through this world but once. It's not completely true. You are still part of this world, whether you are alive or dead. Because I'm quite able to do my big was as so. And until I knew man, Munye, Yabama Biana say, Woman of Quano no da. Now or no the jeans no the account the near the walk to one shakwaran one yeshe, and that Quarano becomes a burden not only unto you but also unto society. Because need the award said no barbeda or you need the consequences say Mimi jeans no ya media mameno. Why na me de man no bema way na me pese me no e form near wo ba. Na so oba way na pese me no form near wo ba na ehwe nkwara mo so influence na life is a continuum. Utochune wachira ubeko na edewanim nyawa adwene da say I shall pass through this world but once. It's not completely true. Your influence is very important. Your DNA continues to be passed on to generations yet unborn. Daniel was asked to go and rest. But Yakopo kachira and said, "Ubesa sorry, no about your reward. Minim dear war radibe kachira wo. Say wo dear why and say. Auntie wo boa when I will pay wo kura wo. Be a na why ya penemu. No one say why am won't play with stage in you na wo dear wo pere akon. Dear na ya mebe kachira wo. See Daniel, why you afam dear? Wo pese wo hunu da ache no. Me kachira say memo akwa akwaji wa home. Na mre bi so a mefro na wa ba abaje o reward. Akwa pano no kwafo. What the kakram this share when saying who no kure. Bresen kwa wura anijim. That's what Jesus tells us. You have played your part. You have made a contribution to the world. It's not only pa wunenun kwa na abuano. You are the hospital, you help. You are a teacher, you help. You are a politician, you help. You are a chief, you help. And society continue to move on. Nya Nyankopon kwa na be fro say beji wo reward. Amai and superbody. We live in a continuum. Nyame aduma sa nchereche wenma me phrase ye beto asopa na ahwe biblical history. Manum ena womo ema womo so ginae. Who are the Moses? Who are the patriarchs? Who are the Josephs? Who are the ones who pulled the nation down? And who are the ones who came and lifted it up? Na fatu to wawa brabo. Nti ya tatie na Awurade ebeye wadom na wanunu na wakanya na wana na wanka nkyerɛ ho sɛ I shall pass through this world but once. Obua, your influence continues to live on. Amen.